many, many times that summer, and tries to impart a little, we're trying to create real people here, and I know you have a nice voice, and they'll be able to hear you in the back row, and you need to hone, find that difference between between projecting and being real and believable. The rest of the summer, of course, he had to, coax me out of my Marlon Brando impression. That was another pivotal moment of realizing, not only how much I had to learn, but how, mostly how much I had to learn. So blah, blah, blah. I worked at Big Fork. I finally got a degree despite my my graduation prevention program here. My degree was in music. And after my last year here, I moved out to Seattle just because it seemed like the nearest big city where I could go. I still wasn't sure, if I was going to try to be Leonard Bernstein or an opera singer or an actor or what. And I stumbled into a couple of auditions in Seattle and got a couple of jobs there, little non-equity theaters in Seattle. And then this is where my music training came in handy. I auditioned for my first equity show. It was a production of Side by Sondheim at the Seattle Rep. And they, of course, they cast, like a lot of regional theaters, they cast most of their shows out of LA, out of New York, maybe a little bit LA. So they had hired the cast, 4 people, were all New York professionals, mostly with Broadway credits and this and that, but they had to hire some understudies, and they were hiring them locally. And basically the reason I got the job over the, dozen other guys that they called in, was because there was a lot of stuff to learn, and even though I didn't really know Sondheim all that well, I had a degree in music, and they said, well, here, do you know this song? And I said, no, and well, let's try it. And I could actually sight read music, so that turned out to be a valuable skill that really got me that job, because there were plenty of other guys who could have done it, but I think they thought, well, this guy's, we're not going to have to spend, 12 hours a day teaching this guy the notes in case, God forbid, he has to